Hey everybody, welcome back to 5 Minute Friday. One of our viewers wrote in and they asked me this question, and it's pretty exciting. I hope you guys are excited. I got a word from a prophet and it really confused me. So how do I find out what God is trying to tell me? You know, there's a verse of scripture in Numbers 12, 6 through 8. And it says this: when a prophet of the Lord is among you, I reveal myself to him in visions, I speak to him in dreams. But this is not true of my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house, and with him I speak face to face, clearly, and not in riddles. So when I think about prophetic words, I want to say this, just preface this thought. If you think about the process of the prophetic, when he spoke about prophets, he said, I'm going to speak to them in riddles, dreams, visions. But he said, when I speak to Moses, I speak to him like a friend. So I think when we think about prophetic words, we need to realize that those words can be translated through your relationship with God. Sometimes even if a prophet's speaking a word over your life, he may not know exactly the meaning of that. So let me unpack it just a little bit in thought process. When you are listening to a prophetic word, whatever God may be communicating with you, and the revelation can take time for you to unpack. So I do this in my own life. It's always good to remember, if you get a word, you can get a word from someone, but not only that, you can seek help from other people in your life. So mentors, leaders, people you know, people you trust, and then dialogue. When you talk with people about that, when you dialogue back and forth, make sure you write down notes and then go back and pray into that revelation that God is trying to give you this. And then here's 3 questions you can always ask yourself. Why has God brought me this revelation at this time? And what are his purposes in giving me this word? Number 2, what scripture is relevant with this word? In other words, what scriptural preference can I bring, or references can I bring into this thought process? And number 3, what truth does God want me to get a hold of? One thing I know for sure is that discernment is a vital part of the prophetic process. When you discern, or when you realize what God's trying to say, or when you discern it, it helps you. So you can't rush that. Unfortunately, it's usually the part of the process where most errors are made. My wife can tell me something. Okay. All right. My wife can tell me something, and sometimes I'm like, I don't think I understand what she's saying. But if I think about it, take time, process it, work through that logistically, I'm going to get a better understanding if I just jump to conclusions. So that's really what I'm trying to get you to get right now. Get your emotions out of it. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't use previous things in your life to try to judge a relevant now word. Sometimes you need a fresh revelation. That's why God's bringing it to you. So the easiest mistake to make is that you stick your own interpretation on a God-given revelation. Sometimes you just put what you know on something new that God's trying to reveal to you. If God's trying to reveal something to you, maybe you've never seen it. So why would you try to unpack from previous seasons something new in your life? Mentors, leaders, people around you, get with someone. If you get a word you don't understand, don't reject it immediately. Get discernment. Pray into it. Seek counsel from other people. And eventually, you'll hear from God. All right. Well, again, I'm so glad you've jumped on 5 Minute Friday. I hope that helped you. If you've got any questions, make sure you comment down below, and I'll address those questions in the future. God bless you. Have a great rest of your day.